So,
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
no, the middle.
The ball. Yeah, that.
Yeah. But I needed this one.
Thank you.
Hello, Kenny. Yeah, we'll. Yeah, run call will see it. Okay, we'll know. And Nam. Oh, is he all right?
Maybe we can get all these things done today.
Ben. Let's wait a couple of minutes and see Dr. Quang will be here. Man Van will be late. He's stuck on the out and open. Good, Dr. Quang can remember then when we start. Okay.
I think he wanted to wait a few minutes just to make sure. Yep.
Aye.
Okay, Debbie, so we can start, okay? So let's
Okay,
make a roll call.
Okay. Yeah, she's the one that speaks, but she's not here tonight, so I guess she sent it in. Oh, she is tremendously active, and you know what? She only means well. She's just trying to do what's good for the city.
He'll let us go? We're ready? Okay.
Yeah, right, okay.
Chair, you want to call the meeting to order? Meeting called to order?
Yeah, we'll have to,
So 6:04, I just want to make sure we're 6:04, meeting called to order. Sun Chido? Here. Conrad Gomez? Hong Van Nguyen? I'm here. Cha Nguyen?
Yes.
Chi Van Tran?
Here.
Tan Ki Quang?
I'm here.
Paul Sa Van Lee?
Here?
Nam Tan?
I'm here.
Ngoc Bui Phan?
I'm here.
Man Kong Van? Robert Harrison?
Here.
Quan Nguyen?
Present.
And
So Man Van is absent. Okay, so let salute the flag. Okay, okay, everybody stand up.
ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
With liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Thank you, President.
So the next item is on the agenda is oral communications. Is there anybody from the audience that would wish to speak? Do you wish to speak to the committee? We've got some e-comments that I'm going to read out loud, okay, that we received through email.
Okay.
We received an email from Man Kong Van requesting that the word Tuesday be inserted in the minutes for when the next meeting is, so that was done. We also received correspondence from Nam Tam recommending that Westminster Park be the location of the monument, so that was other correspondence. Received an email from Bill Vetter, and here's his email. I'm going to read his words for you all. I'm having a hard time reconciling this monument. We are commemorating a foreign army on foreign soil with a monument that gives token acknowledgement to American involvement. It's one thing if this is a nonprofit sponsored group in the community with a private placement. Another if it's selected hand-picked committee with city backing for possible public placement. The depiction of this monument is from a photograph. It's now embellished and wants to glorify the South's fleeting moment of distinction. This particular title, retaken Quang Tree Citadel Monument, 1972, perhaps should be renamed a retaken Quang Tree Monument of 1972. These soldiers seem to rejoice over preserving a fictionalized, unscathed citadel. The proposed monument is perhaps the best suited to integrate in an army that installed a government still in existence today. The hard reality, Saigon fell 3 years later. If we pay tribute here, why not erect another Trojan horse somewhere in a public setting in remembrance of the city of Troy? After all, the Greeks contributed to much of the philosophy of democracy. Let's rewrite history. I keep going back to the purpose of who we are trying to immortalize. Yes, I want to remember the 58,000 American lives lost. Yes, I want to pay tribute to the brave South Vietnamese who fought and died, but this monument fails not only in substance and veracity, but placement. Perhaps placement should be somewhere inside the providence of Quang Tree itself. I think we need a memorial, one that reflects on the lives lost, that the sacrifices, and most importantly, a civil war fought brother to brother. We had a civil war, the North versus our South. What good comes from continued division? Will it bring solace and healing? Then I remembered what President Lincoln said after Gettysburg on April 10th, 1875. When the band asked him what he would like them to return to play, he simply responded, "Play Dixie." Can we today be as gracious, solemn, and as respectful? Let's rethink this monument, its function, and longer-term implications. Received another correspondence from Terry Raines. I'm going to read her words. Good evening from Terry Raines, Westminster. I'm sorry I cannot be there in person for your meeting tonight. I'm out of town, but submitted these comments to staff to be read into the record tonight. I'm still very uncomfortable about how the depiction and design selection process went down. I'm still concerned there are Brown Act and other policy violations going on here. Councilwoman Kimberly Ho must not be involved in directing, advising, assisting, or paying for this committee's business. This committee was established as an advisory board to the City Council, is governed by laws of the Brown Act. As such, all committee business must be done publicly in these meetings. I've seen Vietnamese language email chains claiming the City of Westminster has approved the monument design. That is false. This committee has only voted to move this one design forward for recommendation, but still has design details to work out. I also saw claims that the design selected was proposed by Councilwoman Ho. It did appear most of the members of this committee had already discussed and decided as a group which depiction and design they would vote to move forward with before the last meeting, a violation of the Brown Act. Anyone that offered differing ideas or design was quickly shut down. Item 3A1 is a monument title, specifically English wording. The initial title, Retaken Quang Tree Citadel Monument. The use of the word retaken in the phrase serves as an adjective. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun, making the noun's meaning more precise or describing its reference. If that is your intent, I suppose it could work, but it is awkward. Funny, basic language translation programs such as Google Translate and Vietnamese title into English as monument to recapture the ancient citadel of Quang, which is not proper English either, because obviously a monument cannot recapture anything. Using the word of after retaken would also not be proper English. To get this right in English, you need to decide if you are trying to use a verb, action, past or present tense, or an adjective to describe the noun. The word retaken in terms of war action is typically followed by the word by or in. Retaken by, parentheses, name of country, or retaken in, parentheses, year. You also need to decide whether you are trying to convey just the citadel was retaken or the entire Quang Tri province. English is not an easy language, but either is Vietnamese. Sometimes trying to say the exact same thing in both languages is impossible. Other words for reacquiring assets or land in war previously lost in a battle include recaptured, regained, possession, or regained control of. You guys are the Vietnam War and the Vietnamese language experts, not me, so I don't want to presume I understand the exact message you are trying to convey in the monument title. I hope to finally hear a report from the fundraising committee tonight. I am troubled that the item 3C monument location recommendations is even on our agenda tonight, because that conflicts with the written scope and purpose of this committee, which expressly states your job does not include making recommendations for the monument location. The council has already placed a temporary moratorium on any new monuments, plaques, or statues being installed in city parks. The new Monument and Memorials Committee, proposed by Councilmember Manzo and approved by council, is in limbo because of the lack of interest from the community to serve on it. However, we do have a City Parks Commission already tasked with reviewing and making recommendation on park projects. Westminster only provides 1.1 acres of parkland for every 1,000 residents, which is the third lowest per capita in Orange County. Because of this deficiency, the city is already very limited on what recreational amenities it can provide for our residents. Parks are critical to our quality of life and are meant to be enjoyed by all residents, regardless of national origin, ethnicity, life experience, etc. Parks must provide convenient access to open space for all residents to enjoy relaxation, family fun, socializing, sports, and other recreational amenities and environmental benefits. Last year, the City Council approved a comprehensive parks and recreation facilities master plan to guide park investment improvements over the next 10 years. Bottom line, our city cannot afford to lose any more precious open parkland to another foreign war battle monument. I oppose placing this monument, if it ever comes to fruition, that is, on any city-owned property, period. My recommendation is for the committee to explore placing this monument on private property along Little Saigon's Bolsa in conjunction with the city's Little Saigon Blueprint for Investment Plan to help create a true Vietnamese cultural district and worldwide tourist destination in the area. I'm making the same recommendations to the Parks Commission, Planning Commission, and City Council. I'm also requesting that the City Council order a permanent or at least 10-year moratorium on installing any new monuments, plaques, or statues in our parks. Thank you. And that's all the communications we've received.
Okay, thank you, Rafi. Okay, so next item is number 2 on the approval of the business on the meeting, last meeting on November 16. Okay. So let.
Somebody have to make a motion and somebody have to second
Okay.
to approve the meeting minutes.
Anybody wants to make a motion?
Yeah.
A motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Did someone second the motion?
Second,
Where did that come from?
Quan Nguyen.
Conway? Okay, thank you. Thank you. All in favor? We'll just do a roll call vote since we're all here.
Okay.
Sun Chido,
I'm sorry, what's the motion?
to approve the minutes.
The meeting minutes.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
Yes. Hung Van Nguyen,
Can you repeat it again?
to approve the minutes.
Approved for the last meeting.
Last week,
minutes.
meeting.
You do, okay, thank you. Chan Nguyen,
Yes.
Chi Van Tran,
Yes.
Tan K Huang,
Yes.
Pausal Van Lee,
Yes.
Nam Tan,
I'm sorry, yes.
Nak Bui Phan,
Yes.
Man Kham Van's absent, Robert Harrison,
Yes.
and Quang Nguyen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Okay, so next one, we go to the, the unfinished business. The first one is, we go on the title, okay? Last week, we say that the Vietnamese title is the Tượng đài tái chiếm Quảng Trị. Tượng đài tái chiếm cổ thành Quảng Trị năm 1972. Okay, and last week we put on hold on the English, and right now the English is the retaking of Quang Tri Citadel 1972 monument.
Any comment? No.
Okay, retaking of Quang Tri Citadel 1972 monument.
I'd like to say some things here this time. I spoke to a Vietnamese English teacher who teaches your children English, and I asked him about the wording and things like that. And he brought up and said recapture. I know that we addressed that before, but the recapture of a Quang Tri Monument, 1972. It's just more proper sounding.
So we all discuss on the recapture, retaken, and the taking. There were three words of those, and finally we discussed with somebody have a good English and everything. They say retaking Quang Tri Citadel 1972 monument is much better. Recapture is they say no way. Okay, that's no good. Okay, or retaken is still not proper English for this one. Okay, so a good idea, but we're on a search on the English and everything, and then they say we don't need to have a the there. Article the is you don't need either. We put it in or not put it in is still okay. Retaking of Quang Tri Citadel 1972 monument is the best one we can pick up.
I'd like to say something. I also spoke to a Vietnamese English writer, prominent Vietnamese English writer, and she also thought that the word recapture is better. The word retaken is not a seldomly used word. Recapture is more commonly used. But from my perspective, historical perspective, the retaken word is a better word because Quang Tri was our city. We just took it back. It's not something that belonged to somebody else and we captured it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the word retaken, like I said, it's not a commonly used word. The word recapture sounds better and it sounds more forceful. So a lot of people would probably favor the word recapture.
The retaken and recapture is a verb, and retaking is a noun. So the action is the retaking is a much better Okay, so.
When
anybody else?
people come up to the monument, Americans, and they read retaken, it's awkward. It's not proper English. And that's why the English teachers, in looking at this, said that recapture is the better, proper English. And again, the Vietnamese are going to come up and see your title on top, and then the American title, they're going to wonder about retaken, not being proper English, and recapture is proper English.
It's my turn. Okay, according to the English, American English dictionary, the name is Morgan. I compare between the retaken and recapture. Recapture, that's the land of the government. You know, the enemy take that land and the government troop take it back, so that we call recapture. And retaken, that, you know, the land from the rival. You know, from the government and the rival take that land, so that we call retaken, you know, from rebel, you know, from the VC or, you know, whoever. So I think the recapture is, you know, is more accurate than retaken. Yeah, because that land belongs to the government and the rival, and the rebel take it. So the government troop take it back. So it should call recapture.
Any more motion for this one?
Okay, I have my suggestion like this. So retaking and recapture, to me, there is the same meaning. So I read a lot of Vietnamese War book from American soldier, and I saw a lot of movie from military story. So I saw the movie. Some of the command they say for the surgeon they have to retaking your position. And then I read in the book, in the American book, for the American soldier, he write on the book, he say, on more military field, they say retaking. So I think better we use the retaking better than recapture, because the military field, the only way they use retaking. So I think the Quang Citadel, the 1972 movement, did the history, the military history. So I recommend for the committee member consider we can use the retaking. That's a good work for the title. Thank you.
We research a lot of book, and we add one professor to teach the lecture of English. You know, they say the retaking is a better. You don't need to put the article on again. Just only retaking of Quang Citadel 1972 monument is the right one. Both is a synonym. You know, three of those synonyms, but the better one is the retaking of Quang Citadel 1972 monument is much better for that. Okay, and it's a no doubt that's the one. Okay, so in here we don't need to have the roll call or something. You know, so let decide it. You know.
Will somebody have to make the motion on the exact word that you want, and then somebody have to second it, and then we can do the vote. If that motion failed, then somebody else can make a motion on the other title.
Okay, the first one is I say retaking of Quang Citadel 1972 monuments.
I go second.
We have the motion on the floor, so we'll do a roll call.
Second, I'll do a roll call vote. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, roll call, need to say that, okay.
Roll call vote. Sun Chi-do?
So,
Yes.
Yes. Hung Van Nguyen?
Yeah.
Yes. Chan Nguyen?
yes.
Chi Van Tran?
Yes.
Tan K Huang?
Yes.
Paul Saw Van Lee?
Yes.
Yes. Nam Tan?
I say yes.
Ngoc Bui Van?
Yes.
Robert Harrison?
No.
Quang Nguyen?
Abstain.
Abstain. All right. Motion passes. 8 yeses, 1 no, and 1 person abstained. Motion passes.
Okay, so we, okay for that title by English, that's one. Okay, the next item is who will be honored on the base on, of course, is on the unit participate in the battle should be the name in there and on the logo of the unit in there. That's the one. And I want Kenny explain a little bit more on this one and see some.
Okay, look back on the front face of the monument. We have too many logo and represent for all the units who fought for that Quang citadel on that time, 1972. That way we need that, but on that time I forgot and not include who will be honored on the monument. So today I want to add it on the front face of the monument above of the 2 sentences. Tượng đài tái chiếm cổ thành Quảng Trị 1972 and retaking of Quảng Trị Citadel 1972 monument, we had to be Tổ quốc ghi ơn above of that 2 lines. And then under the 2 sentences above of the other logo, I want to add it on all brand unit of Vietnamese, American who fought for that Quang Trị Citadel battlefield must be honored, all of them. Soldier and civilian, all of them who certified for that battle must be honored. Vietnamese and ally, American soldier and American civilian. So that up to now, and I will lay out and design front face of the foundation monument. We include that 2 items on that front face of the monument. So also over here, some people want us to add it on the medical unit who help the soldier and civilian in that battle because there are too many dead and injury on that battle. But that logo must be included. But I explained to them that the medical unit under control of the other brand unit like Airborne, Marine, Air Force, Navy, and other special units, medical unit under that unit. That way we don't have to put the medical logo unit in front face of the monument. So I need, that way we had two more lines. The first one is Tổ quốc ghi ơn on the first line in Vietnamese in English. And then Tượng đài tái chiếm của thành Quảng Trị 1972. And the second line is retaking of Quảng Trị Citadel 1972 monument. Then all the logo. And we have another sentence that all soldier and civilian must be honored. We will write in Vietnamese and English exactly meaning of that thing. Any idea or comment on that information?
Okay, just leave the picture now there. I forgot to tell you, because this one is an old picture, you know. So the last week already approved and correct already moved the flags, okay? It's the American flags on the left side and the Vietnamese on the right side. And also the flags on the monument should be brown, you know, so that one is a metal. So you have a new picture now there?
Can you put on that monitor for me, please?
Okay.
So I just want to be mindful that the flag placement is not on the agenda to discuss. So what's on the agenda to discuss is who will be honored. So I just want to be careful on where we go.
Okay, here we are.
Okay, this picture I already modified for the flag and the soldier, and also the color of the resin flag. At the government question about it earlier meeting last couple of weeks, that the United States flag and the Republic of South Vietnam flag must be higher than the resin flag, but Marine soldier raised on that concrete barrel. So to look at it, you see different color now. The resin flag, the dark color, the same color and uniform color with the soldier and the fiction, all the same color. It's not real flying flag, but could be copper flag and another sheet metal flag and move around the pole. Now you see that picture? And the far left soldier, Marine soldier, now we move closer than the other four. And also in the future, I have another design last night. You see the broken concrete, you see too high, the same 6 feet with the base. See that? 6 feet too high. That way we will lower to 3 feet. Then the 5 soldier will be lower, and the resin flag is also lower. That is compared with the back Citadel Tower. Everything must be in scale, Then later we build on the outside, it look better and more nicer, and also more lower than 2 national flags on the left and the right side.
Okay, so that's very clear. We'll submit this picture to the city chamber,
Okay, we'll keep this picture is it okay if we keep this copy? This copy that you provided, Mr. Quang?
Okay.
Can we keep this?
Kenny, she can keep it, this one?
Or do you need that?
Oh, yes.
This is the one you just,
Yeah, that is my last time designer. That is one. We
Okay,
keep
so
that one. But we the next before
no,
our next meeting with the city council, we present the new layout and design.
this design.
Yeah,
So this is final?
but not final because I want to lower than broken brick and concrete. It would be more lower. I will try to do that in next meeting with the city council.
I have a point to discuss, a point just in understanding this. On the current picture, you have the labels for the Vietnamese. You don't have the Americans on there yet, right?
Let me explain to you that. Because all the logo in front face of the monument, front face right here, even all the logo there, but it represents division and above. It's not like something like a battalion or a company. It's too small unit. We cannot include all the logo and patch on that in front page because we don't have no more space. You see on that logo, Airborne Division, Marine Division, and Ranger Division, all the division and above. It's not under that level. So because if we include all pad or logo of the other lower unit, so we don't have a space.
How are you going to fit in the American patches with the Vietnamese patches? Is it going to be a straight line? Are you?
That way I include here in United States Air Force, United States Navy, and also a Pacific 7 Fleet carrier. That include on that banner because that is higher, the higher unit, and it represents everything. All unit, all American unit, the side by side. Fought with us on that Quang Citadel battlefield. If we include every unit under the division, we had no more room and no more space to put on that. And I know we are very proud of your unit, to help us and to support us to fight that battle. But I just told you, just from division and above, not under the division. Vietnamese Airborne Division, Marine Division, 1st and 3rd Division, and other Ranger Division and Artillery, and the other, it is from division and above, not under that, not below that. That's why very hard for us to decide. If we put every logo, every pad on that in front face, I don't think it's a good idea. But we always thinking of that and honor your guy to help us to find that better. I hope that you understand that. You know what, if I include every unit under division, in the Vietnamese Airborne Division, we have 3 and more. And Vietnamese Marine Division and 3rd and the 1st Division, we had too many units under the division. We had no more room. That level. Thank you.
The American patches are very few, and we're not dealing with divisions. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Yeah, that we want to directly and indirectly fight for that battle. But I don't think that too many other lower level than division, we cannot put on that, on all the logo on that in front face of the monument.
May I say something?
But we will. I told you before, you see on the side. Can you put it in front for me, please? Thank you, Dan. You see on this picture, on the side view, on the left side view, you see the too many information on the left side. In the letter, we will include all the lower level unit. Will be included in that. We don't let out any unit who help us in supporting directly or indirectly for that better.
I think
You will provide to us all the unit, but you give me too many patches here. I know. I have everything here, but cannot be put all the logo on the front face of the monument, but on the side. Even the Vietnamese other unit and American other unit, we had to put on that. I hope you understand that thing.
I think what Mr. Harrison's saying is he doesn't see enough U.S. logo on there, just Air Force and the Navy. So he was going to break it down to the 7th Fleet and the 7th Air Force. Those units are major units, they're not division. And also his second question is whether the logo will be in 2 rows or they're going to be 1 row straight across. I think we agreed last time that we have 1 row straight across instead of 2 rows, so everybody's equal. But I think Mr. Harrison's concern is we have here the Air Force and the Navy logo, but that's maybe not be enough.
There was 2 Marine helicopter squadrons that flew in, the ARVN Airborne and the Marines, constantly flying them in and out. And they were major factors. And then I think Conrad had given us a patch for the advisors, American advisors, some of which paid the ultimate price. And so what I'm saying here, we're not listing all our divisions. We've just got the 7th Fleet Air Force, Tonkin Gulf Club, which is Air Force, no, I'm sorry, Navy. And then we got 2, the 7th Air Force patch, Pacific Air Force, both prominent, 2 helicopter squadrons. And there was a Marine amphibious assault group that did a diversion at the Kua Viet River. And then the advisors patches.
I understand what you said, but we only put the logo of the higher unit, major unit like division and above. That's why we already include United States Navy, United States Air Force, and Pacific 7th Fleet Carrier. That include all the unit helicopter and jet fighter and other. I think that's it.
The Marine helicopter units were a primary factor in the Quang Tri battle.
Yeah, we are too. You see the many helicopter fighting unit and jets fighter unit in Vietnamese and Air Force and other airborne also. They had the same thing. We had too many units under that, so we cannot include every unit lower than division or major unit. So United States Air Force, United States Navy and Pacific 7 Fleet Carrier. It represents all the American units. That I think. And then I just told you on the side of the monument base, we will include all the units. You give me in detail and the name of all units, we will put on that. Even in Vietnamese side also the same thing. We just put the logo on the major unit from division and above, logo in front of the monument front face. We had no more room. And that represents all the unit fight for that battle already. So I think one side Vietnamese and one other side English, we will include everything. All unit you give us, and we will detail that on that information. It's okay?
Okay, and so right now, important thing is a division. We need to submit to city council to approve. That's one is more important. And the base, and the bay is, in the unit button over there. It should be, you will discuss a little bit more, and then if we need to put it in. But it's a later. More important is right now is the division had to be approved by city council. That's the one first, because it takes a lot of time to do that one. At least 6 months, or more than 6, that's one. And that's it, so the base, when we start to have the approval of the division already in the bay, we start to have a construction, everything. And then after construction, we had to put the name in, a logo in. This one we will, discuss in this one. If which one is missing, we can put it in, Bob. That's okay, So let's move into to the next item, okay? So everybody agree with that? Well, okay, we'll discuss this one a little bit later, when, we have a lot of time to discuss this one, the logo and unit to participate. I want all the unit participate in, and the logo had to be in, had to be in, no missing, okay? If it's missing, we had to put in, that's easy one, okay? So let's move to the next item, okay? The next item.
I think we have to set some kind of base for who should be honor on it. So at least we have that to move forward, because I don't think there's going to be any subsequent meetings after the council approved. So somebody have to make the motion, and we have to make a vote on it. If it doesn't go, then we can go with another idea.
Oh, okay.
But we have to vote on it.
Yeah, and I'd like to remind the committee at the last meeting, the motion that was approved was, I'm just going to read it verbatim. Vice Chair Quang made a motion to approve depiction and design from the Veteran and Friends Group and include all military logos of those groups that participated in the battle. Seconded by Van. So that decision to include all the groups that participated in the battle has been made.
Okay.
Placement is up for discussion.
You want me to go to motion right now for vote?
You already moved at the last meeting, but this was just something specifically that they wanted to go over what logos would be included, who would be honored. So, are we changing?
Okay, I just said earlier that on that information must be in front face of the monument. To put ghi ơn and honor all the unit of Vietnamese American soldier and civilian who certified for that moment and for that Quang Citadel battlefield to retaking the Citadel.
Okay, so that one is,
I want motion for that. And
So may I just kind of recapture what you just mentioned, that you would like to have the front face to have the logo of the divisions and above.
yeah, right.
Any other units or anything lower than the division will be mentioned on the side wall.
right.
Yeah.
So if that's the motion, we need to have somebody make the motion and somebody second so we can vote.
Okay, I would like to go for motion. For that all information, the first thing is the logo in front face of the monument already put there is there, no additional. And from division and above will be shown in front face of the monument. And the other unit lower than division level, we put on the side in English and in Vietnamese. And also in front face, on the first line above of the to the Vietnamese Quang Tri, có thành đá chím có thành Quang Tri, and other Tổ quốc ghi ẩn, 3 word must be in the first line and the bigger. And below of the 2 sentences, we honor all of Vietnamese and American soldiers and civilians who fight and sacrifice for that battle. Quang Tri Citadel, the taking battle. Roll call for vote right now?
That's a motion. Did we get a second?
Yes.
Who seconded?
Who second?
I second. Yeah, I like the idea, the main unit, so we can put the logo in the front and the sub unit, so we can put on the sides. So, we cover, whoever participate on the fight, it should be named and should be honored. Includes in the US side and also in the South Vietnamese side.
Okay, so that was a second by Sun Chi Do. Are we ready for a roll call vote on this item?
Any comment? And we go to roll call for vote.
Roll call to decided?
I would like to get it stated of what we're voting on again.
So what was being discussed was that they would queue, Jake, do you have that written down?
Sure.
Go for it.
So I think that this is what I have. So on top, the rules have the Vietnamese saying "Tổ quốc ghi ân." This means your country honor. And then the Vietnamese say tượng đài tái chiếm cổ thành Quảng Trị 1972. And the English word going to be retaking of Quang Tri Citadel 1972 monument.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the top 3 lines.
Right.
And then on the logo, that will include all of the division and above, all
On
the
the
logos
front.
to have all of those division and above, not anything below. And on the side walls, we'll have the American and the Vietnamese, all the units that have been involved in that battle.
Right.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the motion.
Okay, there's a first and then there's a second. So we'll take a roll call vote. Sun Chi Do,
Yes.
Hung Van Nguyen, Chan Nguyen,
Yes.
Chi Van Tran,
Yes.
Tan K Huang,
Yes.
Paul Sao Van Lee,
Yes.
Nam Tan,
Yes.
Ngoc Bui Phan,
Yes.
Robert Harrison,
Abstain.
Quan Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion passes with 1 abstention.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, ready for the next item? Okay, so this one is very important one, okay, to serve the fundraising for the next one. Okay, I think that this one very important. We need to have somebody on 11 people and now here had to have somebody have a strong background, strong experience to do the fundraising. First of all, I discussed with Ki-Hwan and we don't need to announce the people, but we need to tell all about no experience of 8 people. The first one is Kenny Hwan. He's a businessman. he owned at least 11 firm around Southern California. He's a millionaire. That's one experience. Also, he's a chairman of the airborne veteran airborne in the Southern California. The second one is the Namtan. Namtan is a coalition of the veteran Vietnam right now. That's he own president. That's so he have a lot of power now there. Okay. The third one is Quang. Dr. Quang is he's a skin care doctor. You know, he have his group he contact a lot of the people, doctor people around in the Orange County and the people in the world. Right now, he owns the president of the Vietnam Museum. So the man is in my left side. So have a lot of power. The number 4 man is Colonel Chan. He is the former commander of the Vietnam Ranger. So underneath of him have a lot of people, you know, work with him in the past, and that's the one, and myself. So that's the one I picked 4 people to do the fundraising. Okay, in the next future we have a plan to do that one. Is this one is very important. That's one I pick up. You know, Ki Hoan, Nam Tan, Dr. Quang, and Colonel Chan. That's the 4. I don't want to pick up 5. You know, 5 is okay, but 4 is enough to do with that one. Underneath of them, you know, all about had to be 11 people had to be participate on this the fundraising in the future. A lot of work on this one. Okay, so we need to create the plan to do it. You know, after. Anything after, you know, city approval for the division already, and then we start to do that one parallel with the construction. Okay. Anybody have any idea?
Can I get clarification that do we have 5 members already or just 4?
Is it 4? Or is it
No,
4?
actually 5.
5. Can I name the names as chairs Polly and vice chairs, right? And then Mr. Chen Nguyen.
Yep.
That's a 3rd one, and Mr. Nam Tan is the 4th one, and then
Dr. Won.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry,
that's- so
5,
we have
5, not 4.
Let me add on to Mr. Chair, because he means that the 5 members in the fundraising subcommittee who public reach out, more experience, but more successful for fundraising purpose. And later on, they will work together with the good proposal for the fundraising, because they are Dr. Quang, the young generation, and he, the doctor, he had too many young generation comply with him. The better feel for the fundraising. And Colonel Chan, who commands too many years in the Vietnamese, South Vietnamese military soldier, that way more people know him. And Thang Nam right now is the South Vietnam coalition army coalition chairman. That way more reach out, public outside reach out to more people know him, easy to contact and easy to work with. And myself, many years in business in Southern California, I have some other the people, and they will help me, and that way we have more chance to raise the money.
Okay.
And of course, the chairman, Mr. Paul Lee, he also the same. He a long time in here for a former South Vietnam Armed Force Coalition chairman. It's a good relationship, public relationship, reach out. It's easy for us to make a proposal and the method how to raise the money very important. Not just on paper, on newspaper, not just in the dinner in the restaurant, but also on television and outside. Too many feel to do for the fundraising. Okay, that way, Mr. Polly, he chose 5 members on that subcommittee. And then in 5 members, we will choose, we will select for 1 chairman. The other 4 co-chairmen, and especially for depend on the field. So take care for that fundraising.
And also, before we do the fundraising, we had to have a tax ID. That's one we had to have. That's one first before we do the fundraising. Okay. And also, Bob, we in the future we don't forget the American too. You know, so in the future we need some help from Bob. Okay. So that's one. Okay. So that's the fundraising we create, and that's a subcommittee for that one already. It's supposed to be not now, but actually we need to tell everybody here we are. And the people have a powerful experience, and that's the one I can tell you, okay?
Okay, another additional. Mr. Chair and me just discussed about the fundraising subcommittee. Of course, we want all the 11 members be in the subcommittee, but cannot. Only 5.
That we will.
That because of Brown Act, and so we had to work on 5 people only.
Okay.
So, but I think all the 11 members of the committee will help us to do everything, not just for the fundraising. I hope the people, all the 11 members of the subcommittee. And thank you all.
This is the one we don't want to say the vice chair, but you know, after we born the chair already, and all of 5 is a co-chair. It's better than it's vice, you know. So everybody have a duty, the same thing, but co-chair is better, okay? We move to the next item. The location. Okay, last week I created a 4 members of our 11, including the Bob, Kenny, Nam, and me to look in for the location. And all 4 of us agree to suggestion is the Westminster Park, okay? And that one is general, but you know, is where in the Westminster Park, what corner. So I think we submit that one already when give to.
Yeah, I submit to Diane in. Yeah.
Okay, you have picture and then you put it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Westminster. Hold on. I got 4 of them here, so I think I submitted by email to the Tammy and Diane. Don't have it. No, I have a park side on, so.
Okay, the one you check mark, you know, that one you the check mark.
Yes.
I just have right now, but I don't know where I put it because I right here.
This is a beautiful park in the center of the, you know, the resident of the Westminster.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, Jack, that's the one.
And another one on the left side.
Okay.
Do you have 2 of them?
The one have a check mark.
On the check mark, another square.
And this is
That
just the
one and another
committee's
one.
recommending, so there's really no deciding happening here. So if you want to talk about, there he goes. Yeah.
Oh, here we are. That is check mark.
Okay. Okay, please. The first picture is the Westminster Park, please. Yeah. The Westminster Park is located at the corner of Magnolia Street and Heather Avenue. Myself and Bob Harrison and Polly and Tennam, we already there and we move around and look around the park, and it's very much exciting for us to build the monument on that corner. Okay. We already cut with other people like Bob Harrison and Polly and Tennam why we recognize and recommended the location for the Quang monument site to build the monument. Westminster Park is located at 14402 Magnolia Street, Westminster 92683, the corner of Magnolia Street and Heather Avenue, with the following provision. The Magnolia Street is the main road with many vehicles passing daily, connecting to Freeway 2022 and 405. Heather Avenue is the road is also busy daily and had many parking spaces along with both sides of the road. Westminster Park is located in the heart of the city, the center of the Little Saigon, where the Vietnamese community is busy with the large commercial centers and major annual holiday such as Tet Parade on the Bosa Avenue, Tet Market, Summer Night Market, other memorial ceremony, including the Temple of the Saint Chang Hung Dao and your community at the Westminster. Westminster Park is also located right in the middle of the Westminster main road, such as Bosa Avenue, Westminster Avenue, Booker Street, Beach Boulevard, a place that almost every Westminster resident and visitors know and had ever passed by. Westminster Park is also adjacent to the cathedral to the west, to medical center in the southwest corner, and two south-face shopping center. So there are a lot of people come to serve and to be served. The two side spots where we can build a monument on this part are the nearby the northwest corner. You see, not the picture is not in here. The northwest corner is located on the Magnolia side, across with the church. But I hope I'm looking for this one.
Let me use my phone for this. I have a picture.
Huh?
Is this Magnolia right here? Oh, can't see it.
No, not that one. Oh, right here. Sorry, right here, right here, right here. This corner, this side, I already talked, discussed with Bob Harrison and Polly, and we put the monument right. You see a rectangular mark right there, and the monument will be over there. See that right here, right? That's the first joy. Right in the entrance way to the park, to the parking. Okay, and the other side, the next picture, please.
Okay.
Next, this picture is in the southeast of the park. It's next to the church, the Vietnamese temple right here,
On the Haja.
and on the Haza Avenue right here, the Haza Avenue. Very close to Haza Avenue, this is the site to build the Quang Tri monument. So why we choose two locations, two sites to build a monument? Because depend on the part commission or the other commission will be meeting and then to decide one or the other. So hopefully that this part in the corner, at the corner of Magnolia and Hazard will be choose for the Quang Tri monument to be built. Even the northwest or southeast, the corner of the part. Because these two sides, it's very close to the corner, and the people drive by the Hazard Avenue or even on the Magnolia Street, they will see right away. And also, in the future, we have annually commemorate of the monument, and the people who certify for this better will be held, and then we have easy for them to come to join with us, and also many visitors and other people who come to Little Saigon or Westminster City, we will find it very easily. Because it is center of the Westminster City and the center of the Westminster residential area.
Okay. So the monument should be on the side of the Haja, okay? The first we put on very close to the wall, Next one is a temple, okay? 20 feet, 20 feet from the wall, But, the people from the west drive through and they can see it, but from the east drive to the west, they cannot see because of the wall. Okay, so we move between the Magnolia and the wall. In the right there we have one bed. The walkway go through to the baseball field. So that one is okay, and then. Okay, it's between the wall and between the wall and the Magnolia. So in the center of those, so you see the walkway to the base field. So that one, okay, that's a very convenient, and both sides can look at drive from the east to the west and west to the east. You still see
So, Mr. Vice Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, just one.
Excuse me, I want Bob Harrison. Do you have any comment, any other good idea on this concern?
Being on the committee to come up with a depiction and design of the monument explicitly did not tell us to determine location, but location and acreage are important for depiction and design. We all visited a number of parks individually, and looking at the larger parks with larger acreage, we came to the conclusion about Westminster Park. I reviewed the Park and Recreation Facilities Master Plan, not thoroughly, but it was an amazing presentation. And I realize there's so much we do not know. Each park has planned renovations and upgrades, and I think Westminster Park might have about 150,000 of renovations, including a trail to be walking around the park for people to walk. And I think eventually here, I would hope the Park and Recreation Commission would look and approve what we're doing. And also the police department would have to be looking at this too, because I understand there's homeless, gang activity, drugs, and if we put a monument there, we want to protect it. So the Parks and Recreation Commission and the police department. I'm sure there's other departments in the city that are going to look at the park that we've chosen. When I walked around to the various parks, got out of my car, and I looked at all of the amenities, depending on the time of day they were being used. Westminster is a very diverse, multicultural city. All ethnicities, and let me slow down, Bob, here. A lot of beautiful homes and different things, and the park's right in front of them. And I felt a little bit uneasy when I was thinking about placing a monument in one of our parks. We don't have enough park space as it is. And the idea, I shared with you the Little Saigon Blueprint for Investment that was out August 25th, 21, where they're trying to build a historical and cultural district down Bolsa between Magnolia and Brookhurst, and then extended it on each ends. You know, in some ways, I feel that any monuments or museums should be incorporated with this Little Saigon Blueprint for Investment to develop a major tourist spot, worldwide recognition, historical district. But if we have to choose a park, Westminster was our best choice.
Okay, good. So,
I think that's all we need is a recommendation.
now,
Okay, I want to talk about a little bit about the park. So, because I am a resident for the Westminster city 30 years ago, so my family, my friend, and then we visit a lot the park around Westminster city. So the Westminster Park, we joined because today many reasons. So the first I have to tell you, if you go around the park very big park, and then if you saw around the building, and then the commercial building, a business building around there, they have a lot of parking there. And then you see the Westminster Park, they have a lot of park. So if you visit this park, you don't worry about we don't have the park your car. And then some of the people, if we have the big ceremony for every year, so the people around in the Saigon little and the Vietnamese people, they want to visit this here, so I think it's very convenient. They're very areas, so they make the people very happy to stay there, to sit there, and then to enjoy there. So that's the reason I have to choose this park. Very, 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 very convenient for everybody if we visit one time. And then another reason I want to recommend everybody in the community member to join this park, because every time when we have the big party, and then we worry about the parking lot. A lot of people come in here, so we worry about we don't have enough the parking lot. So I'm sure the parking lot enough for people because you see around and the building, commercial building, they have a lot parked there. So that's all. I want to recommend everybody to choose this park. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nam. Anybody have any idea, input, everything on the people now here around? Okay. If not, is we had to make a room. Okay. So we had to make a decision. Okay, so the group of 4 people is agree with that one, and let's say I agree with that.
Yeah, I very like this idea. The Quang Monument, will be in the Westminster City and will be in the Westminster Park. I think that's a perfect
So you were second, right?
match. Yes, I really like it.
Okay.
I am second too.
So who's going to make the motion?
Who made the motion? Did you make it Vice Chair, the motion for Westminster Park?
Yes.
Second.
And then Sun.
And I want to make sure this is just a recommendation only, not the specific location.
Yes.
The location will be presented to another committee that will make the final,
Yeah.
final selection before they bring it to the council.
The location recommendation is not the final choice. Yeah.
Right. All right, so we're just going to do a roll call vote. Sun Chi Do,
Yes.
Hong Van Nguyen,
Yes.
Chan Nguyen,
Yes.
Chi Van Tran,
Yes.
Tan Ke Huang,
Yes.
Paul Saw Van Lee,
Yes.
Nam Tan,
Yes.
Nak Bui Phan,
Yes.
Robert Harrison,
Yes.
Quan Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion passes, all in favor for recommending Westminster Park as a location.
Okay. So that's okay right now, right? Okay.
The next item.
So- Okay, so that one is so after, it's item 3 is done already, unfinished, the business, and right now we go to the new business. Okay, so we had to create the monument construction subcommittee, so that one is, of course, this one is small subcommittee, so that one is, we need to have somebody have a lot of experience on the construction. I add on about 11 people, 11 members now here who have any experience on that one to join to the, the small committee now here. Anybody? Anybody want to join?
Okay,
Okay, and
Okay.
Kenny,
Yeah,
what?
I think the chair and the vice chair, you can.
No, in this construction subcommittee, we have only 3 members because we need the people who know very well how to apply the building permit and how to draw the blueprint and to read in about the material to build and how to build. That way we need the people who know very well about the construction, because it's not just temporary, but it's very, very long time. That's
Yeah,
why,
I volunteer to be
with
a
myself,
member.
hold on, myself, because I am the draft and design on this monument, so I know more detail on this monument, size, dimension, and material, everything. That way, I volunteer to be in the construction subcommittee.
Okay, of course.
And also, beside with me, because a long time working with the people in the committee and Armed Force Coalition, and Mr. Chung Do, who very exciting and also very upfront. Everything, we need every time we need him to help and to do very good job. So I need him to be with us in the construction subcommittee. But I do know that because we need only 3 people on the construction subcommittee. And I want to nominate Mr. Chair to be in the construction committee because we need him to sign the paper and also to do the thing beside with me. Too many paperwork on this job.
Okay, I don't have experience for construction, but I have a heart. So I volunteer to do that. I go on too, okay? So that one is, okay. So it's, we, let's say 3 years. Sơn Chi Do, Bonley, and Kenny Huan is the small group to the construction committee, you know. And that's the one. Anybody have any idea for that one to want to join? Anything? Any comment? Okay, so if not, we had to vote. Wrong call for the approve for the 3 up, you know, the member now there. Okay, I volunteer.
So we have 3 members.
You have 3
Chair,
Yeah.
Paul Van Lee, Vice Chair Tan K. Wong, and Committee Member Sun Chi Do,
Okay.
to be a member of the to participate in the subcommittee.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Who wants to make that motion?
Yes.
Okay, Vice Chair?
Yeah.
And who would like to second it?
Yeah.
Second.
Sun Chi Do.
Okay.
All in favor? I'll do roll call vote. Sun Chi Do,
Yes.
Hung Van Nguyen,
I do.
Chan Nguyen,
Yes.
Chi Van Tran,
Yes.
Tan K. Huang,
Yes.
Paul Van Lee,
Yes.
Nam Tan,
Yes.
Nak Bui Fan,
Yes.
Robert Harrison,
Yes.
Quang Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. But anyway, we need all the people in the other committee here and to help us in this construction job in the future after GP certify and approve our final depiction and design.
Okay.
Not just only 3 of us, but all of us to work together and to build beautiful and historic monument. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you all. Okay, I have a man van coming late, you know, with you. How long you in freeway? He's right there, okay? So that one. Okay, so the meeting today is a perfect. Okay, we go to the next committee meeting in the December 14, okay? I want to put on to the, the first one, I put onto agenda on the construction continue, the layout detail, and the final, layout, everything to approve for the next meeting, Okay, anybody want to add it up for the next agenda on the
So
14th?
the construction part would be a subcommittee that would be discussing about that part.
Okay,
So you don't need a meeting to be able to gather to talk about that part.
Yeah. We have meeting by ourselves
okay.
in the subcommittee.
Yeah, all subcommittees are done on its
Yeah.
own. So what would be the committee's business to meet again on the 14th?
We continue to discuss about the logo. That's one we need to know. Like Bob said, if anything we need to add up, we need to add up.
But that would be the subcommittee discussions with the subcommittee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the motion has been approved already, so
Yeah, there's not any business to carry over. So the next order of business probably would be, once the other committee decides where the monument will be placed, that could come back to this committee for your input. But at this point, the order of business has been completed. There's no reason to have another meeting.
Okay.
No, but Mr. Chair, he wants something we discussed in the meeting, in the next meeting on the December 14, before we have December 15, the meeting of the City Council.
There's no meeting on the 15th. There's a meeting on December 8th, which is
Number eight.
a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
If the September 8, it's December 8, so everything final is good, because, it's...
This item won't be brought up on December 8th
Yeah,
agenda.
this is too late for the item to be brought up to the council on the 8th. So
And there has to be a location decided before it goes to council. So it's going to this other committee that's not formed yet. And that might be decided at the
We don't know very sure about the City Council will certify our depiction and designer on December 8th.
No,
Yeah.
that won't be on the December 8th agenda.
Yeah.
A location has to be determined and approved by the other committee in order for all those items to go to the council. Council can't vote on a monument if they don't know where it's going.
And I don't mean that we don't need a December 14 meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one, and I say we discussed the logo, but actually on the 14 it should be the final of the logo. From now on to then,
Logo we already passed
we
tonight.
can discuss, and then, from now on
The logo-
to then, we need to discuss, and anything missing, we add it up, and then that day should be the final.
Chair, I just
Right.
want to make sure that the logo, the committee has voted on that the logo will only consist of division and above.
On the front.
Okay, that's right.
So all the division logo will be included in front. So
And
that's
the units will be on the side, is what you guys
Okay,
decided.
I'm sorry, okay. So,
There's no order of business at this point. There's no need to meet on December 14th.
okay.
The committee will resume again. It's just there's nothing to resume to do. You've completed your task.
So what is your suggestion, Mr. Chair, in the next meeting after December 8 and December 15, our meeting?
I think once we have the other committee who going to make determination of exactly where the monument will be, staff will bring it to the city council for final approval. And I think that's pretty much it. And then in the meantime, the subcommittee still continue working on all the other items, like
The fundraising,
fundraisings
yeah.
and like the construction part of it. So
We work and we wait for that because the final certify and approval from the city council for our depiction and design. We work, but we still wait.
yes.
Yeah, that will probably happen in January, at their council meeting in January is when that,
Okay,
maybe, if the other committee's formed.
All of us and the media on Westminster want to see the project is approved by the city council, Then we start to move forward. That's the one we will do, everybody waiting for that one. Okay.
Correct. But unfortunately, the council happened to make the decision that the location had to be determined by another committee.
Yeah.
So that's why we're waiting for
Okay,
that
okay.
committee
Okay.
to make that determinations. Then we can bring the entire package to the city council for the final approval.
Okay. So add on, hopefully everybody have a good day on the Thanksgiving Day. Okay, I want to close this meeting today and then
Chair,
see you.
May I wanted to mention something? Just want to acknowledge that today is actually, this meeting is going to be the last meeting for Dana Darbert.
Yes.
She's going to retire as of 2 days from now.
Yes.
She's been with the city for
Yeah.
34 years, so I just wanted the committees just kind of acknowledge that and wish her the best in Untitled Chapter.
We're sorry to hear that. We are sorry to hear that because I want you to be in the Westminster City to work with.
You will
And we have a
around.
chance.
I'll be around.
You will
Good to
allow
see
in the
you.
Westminster. Hopefully you enjoy the retirement from, it's too young.
So we have to
Okay.
thank you very much for Mr. Dina. you were very helpful for us. So a couple of weeks ago. So I think we have to do something. Okay.
I don't even know why this person mentioned that.
Okay,
Meeting adjourned.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You can keep that, okay? You give to him. You want a new one, I will give you. Thank you, Mr. Wang.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Diana. Hope see you soon on somewhere and somehow.